are back with the Vampire the Masquerade, the Anarch table. It's been a minute. Thankfully, the stars have aligned and the site is actually working again because that screwed us over last time. But hi, we are back. I am Mags. I am your storyteller for the night. And tonight we have Winnie the Toreador, played by Phoebe. Joseph the Gangrel, played by Link. Nevi, Evelyn the Ravenous, played by Nevi. And Winter the Bruja, played by Bilo. There is 2 missing figures in the group. As we all know, Nigel had to leave the table due to personal reasons, and Ika has decided that their time as a guest has ended, and will be explaining how they leave, essentially within the story. Last we left off, the team had went back to the speakeasy to let Joseph and Winter know that some stuff went down within the asylum that they went to, and they lost Nigel trapped within a mirror due to Kevin Sire's, insanity, and in order to keep Kevin from having to ever go back. Because of this, they have made a plan that, not now, but eventually, they will find a way to free Nigel from the mirror and take their vengeance out on the Sire. It just takes a careful and steady hand in order to do such a thing. The group hunted down Winter, who was at Gabriel's house for the night. And upon being there, they ran into, were more stalked and followed, as they had found a Nosferatu lurking in the doorway of Gabriel's home by the name of Not. He had given them some information upon following Winter for a while and realizing she had a stalker of her own. And not being a fan of Winter's work back in the past, when she would be a little bit more lively on stage, he decided that it would be this perfect opportunity to get a bit of a secret from some people and to give out some information, while also, getting an autograph from someone he admires very much. As the team stood there amongst getting the information that Winter's stalker was someone who kind of matched her appearance in a way, covered in bandages, and often walked around during the day and then stalked Winter by night, the group decided that they needed to sit down, find out a bit more info, and try to piece things together. Winter, on the other hand, said fuck that, and knew exactly what she was getting into, throwing a table across the room. They all began to stand silently and quietly as everything seemed to be calming down, when a little bit of remembrance came on that Winnie had taken a day to the spa and is probably on her way back to the speakeasy, and no one has told her about what has happened to Nigel yet. And that is where we will start session back in Gabriel's house. What are y'all doing now? Well, don't everyone speak at once.
Well, clearly we have to go home now. So we can go and tell Winnie what happened. And I'm leaving that to you, Joseph, because that's your sister.
Great. But
Yep.
you're right.
Okay, let's go. Winnie, are you coming? I mean, not Winnie. Winter, are you coming?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Okay.
This has been a trying evening.
Gabriel looks at his broken table and looks at the group and says, "Do you need me to follow with you?"
Yeah, I want you there.
He nods and gets up, stretches a bit. Looks
Also,
around.
I'll totally pay for the table.
Do not worry. I will have a Zamish. I will commission a Zamish for a new table. As you all walk out, he kind of like looks around his apartment, wondering how many more Nosferatu are probably lurking in here before he closes and locks the door up. And y'all all pile into Evelyn's car, I'm assuming?
Before the camera cuts away from the room, 70 Nosferatu crawl out of the woodwork.
To come out from underneath the sofa, one walks out of the bedroom like, are they gone? Are the Eggos mine? I called all the Eggos. And they run to the kitchen.
One was standing in the center of the room, but was just standing very still.
One's knocked the fuck out from getting hit with the table.
Flat against the wall.
Freaking just walking past, just like, oh, that's drama I don't want to be in. As they're walking with their nightly cup of coffee, and then Winter just smacks the table into them, and they're on the ground like, you can't cry. If you cry, they'll know. So you all pile into Evelyn's van, and you make your way back to the speakeasy. Back at the speakeasy, Winnie, you just came back from a wonderful spa day. You had a really stressful time. I mean, you broke a shoe, you dealt with some stress of dealing with the sheriff, which obviously you don't want to be anywhere near the Camarilla. And you're just all around like, okay, relaxed, facial, mud bath, all the works. You get back, and you see Kevin is kind of, Kevin's not currently there. Kurt?
Mm-hmm.
No. Kevin is there. Kurt was the one who left. Because he needed to go speak with, sign to some informatives that he has about bombs. You see Kevin is currently there, taking orders, letting the your bartender handle the drinks, but taking orders nonetheless. And Keith is in the kitchen cooking.
Winnie is
No, go ahead.
okay. Winnie just kind of stretches languidly and is like, "Oh, boys, I have not had a night like that in centuries. Good to see nothing's on fire. I'm proud of you. Where's your brother?"
Kevin looks up, and you can see Kevin kind of shrink back a bit as they're thinking, and they go, Kurt's on an errand for Joseph.
Oh. Oh, okay. That's fine as long as he comes back safe. Do either of you want me to take over?
Yeah. Yeah, sure, the customer's like, you better. I'll be right back. And they go to the kitchen.
Winnie is going to start taking care of the customers. Again, a bit more of a pep in her step. She now, like, mentally and also on a piece of paper, like, wrote down the name of the spa. So when her and Nigel have their girls' day, next time they can go there instead.
As you're bustling around, talking with the customers, smiling a lot, you do notice that your ghouls and such are all a bit, like, extra nice to you. They're, like, making sure that you don't have to do too much. They're smiling a lot. They're telling you how lovely you look as they're shuffling around.
Winnie is going to bask in the attention a little bit, and she's like, they notice my skin's glowing extra, and my hair is just so shiny. I understand being around, this much star appeal. That kind of attitude a little bit. It just feels nice. And she's also wondering if it's, like, her birthday coming up or something. She's been undead for so long, sometimes she forgets that time passes, and she's like, it's... So then... She's just counting on her fingers. Just very engrossed in counting on her fingers how close it is to her birthday. To see if they're all being nice for her birthday.
As you're counting on your finger, you notice one of Joseph's ghouls, one of your bodyguards, doormen of the club, kind of peeks outside, and they notice Evelyn's van is pulling up, and you see them like look over to another one, make a motion, and you know this motion. It means close the bar. As they start ushering people out, people start paying their tabs, and you can see almost like in the most craziest hurry, the ghouls are getting to everyone's tabs as soon as they can. As they start telling everyone, it was a great night. Hope you all had fun. Come back tomorrow, or maybe the next day, depending. We'll let you know. We'll email you about like when the schedule's gonna be free. As they start motioning everyone out.
Winnie, now very suspicious, goes up to one of her ghouls, one of the bartenders, and is like, Jeremy, darling, what's going on?
Jeremy looks.
Is there an
you.
event that I don't know about?
Jeremy looks to you as you see him like quickly cleaning up as much as he can, as fast as he can, as he goes, there's definitely something that's going to go down tonight, and we want to make sure that the whole attention is focused on making sure that you are feeling good and you are feeling safe, and Joseph's is probably going to talk to you. You see them like locking stuff up in like like the glasses are being placed inside of the cabinet, and it's being closed, and you can see them like literally prepping for like the world's biggest hissy fit. The last time they did shit like this was when you had a fallout with a Ventru that you were seeing, and you found he was fucking around with a Ravnos and shit, and you see them like locking things up, and they're just like, it's
that bitch.
They were fucking around with a Ravnos, knowing damn well that Ravnos was not going to stay around that long. But you were here.
Right.
What the fuck?
But what did Winnie know? She told him, but what did she know? Anyway. But yeah, she is starting to grow a little suspicious, and she's like, Jeremy, you know I'm not dating anyone, so there's no need to lock everything up. I've managed my emotions from now on.
See, he looks at you and he smiles. He walks over and he like doesn't place his hands anywhere near your hair, obviously, because you never fuck with her hair. He lightly places his hands on your shoulder and he goes, Miss Winnie, we love you and we support you and we want you to just feel super, super swell. And I just, I really don't want to have to go through the inventory again. So if you could just, and he kind of motions you to stand like in the center as they're all pushing tables away up to the wall. You could just stand right here.
She's going to, but she's very confused and concerned, and she's like going in her head. She's going through all the things that could happen. She's like, oh no, Nasher's coming into town a day early, isn't he? Of course that bastard would just, show up without saying anything, and, not the planned day.
Jeremy starts dusting you off a little bit, and they go, no. As you see your other ghoul, your right hand, Sadie, claps her hands twice, and Joseph's ghouls come out with a very long sofa for you to just fall on, as they place it in the center of the room behind you. As Evelyn and Winter and Joseph, you walk in. Joseph, you see all the ghouls prepping for whatever the hell Winnie's gonna do.
Winnie sees the sofa and goes, oh, my crying sofa! What's going on?
What's Winnie's favorite drink?
It would probably either be a Moscow Mule or
A Shirley Temple.
An elderflower fizz.
Joseph signals to the bartender, or mule for her, whiskey for me. Neat.
They nod as they start prepping your drinks. You can hear, Winnie, you can smell from the kitchen Keith is preparing a big basket of mozzarella sticks.
Oh, my boys know me so well. I feel so loved in this moment. I'm just so happy and loved.
And you can see Evelyn, Winter, Joseph. You don't see Nigel or Marcus.
In her brain, she's probably thinking, you know what? Nigel's probably off talking Marcus's ear off. He loves interacting with new people.
And plus, they've known each other for so long. They're catching up. It's fine.
Exactly.
They bring over the drinks and they place them down. Keith walks over with a big basket of mozzarella sticks and puts it on a table next to your crying chair and just walks away as Kevin kind of stays in the back.
Joseph sits at the foot of your crying sofa as he has so many times before through so many different partners. And like the bartender poured him like a double of whiskey. He throws it back like it's a shot. Shakes his head, takes a deep breath. Nigel's gone.
When he's like holding her drink, she just finished taking a sip and she's like, well, yes, I can see that, but I'm sure him and Marcus are coming back soon. No need to act so dramatic.
He's been taken.
So you see her kind of prickle a little bit as she grips her drink a little tighter and then clears her throat. You know, still having that kind of cheery. Yeah, again, she just got back from the spa, so she's trying to hold on to that happy feeling. And she's like, well then, what are we waiting here for? Let's go get him. I'll grab my coat. And she like goes to stand up and like walk to her, like to the little apartment area that she shares with Joseph. Should I go for the mink or the fox fur?
Nigel was taken by an elder, and we're not sure we can get him back.
What are you talking about? That and she kind of stops like mid-step and turns around and starts walking back to him again, sipping her drink a little more anxiously now. She's like, what do you mean he's been taken by an elder? So we talk to the elder and get him back. I don't see what's so hard, Joey.
He's been taken like you were taken.
My point still stands, so we get him back. We have an army, basically. And she kind of gestures to Evelyn and Winter, more so Winter.
So does
No. You see, Winnie, the thing is, Nigel traded his life for Kevin's. We can't just talk to this out of his goddamn mind elder to get Nigel back.
When he kind of sits down on her crying sofa, eyes kind of 1,000-yard stare, that smile still on her face, and she's like, let me get this straight. You let Nigel put himself in danger. Not only put himself in danger, no, that couldn't be enough. You let him give his life to some psychotic Malkavian. Sorry, I'm dreaming. Obviously, I'm still at the spa. I've just dozed off, and I'm going to wake up at some point, and this is all some big dream or funny joke. And she kind of stands up, and she's like, Nigel, you can come out now. I know I said you needed to work on your humor and material, but this isn't funny.
But Nigel is gone.
No. He's not gone. He's not gone. Nigel would never leave me. He promised he'd stay by my side the entire time. He promised to help me with my problems. You're all mistaken. And she kind of takes a breath. She's like, you're all mistaken. Yes, he's not gone. He's figuring out. He always figures out how to get out of these situations. He's waiting for us, and we should go back so that we're there for when he comes back out.
Winter, am I inside the bar for this?
Yes.
Okay, Winter just walks over without any words and wraps her arms around Evelyn. Or not Evelyn, I'm sorry, I'm very tired. Winnie.
Winnie quickly detangles herself from Winter and she's like, no. That hug is reserved for people who have died. People who aren't.
He's not. Winnie, he's not dead. He made a choice. Himself for one of your boys.
So we're going to save him.
You can see Kevin in the background, kind of not looking at anyone in particular, just kind of staring at the ground, kind of hugging themselves a bit, listening to this.
Winnie's gonna look at Kevin and she's like, Kevin, sweetie, tell them. You've seen Nigel get himself out of worse, you know? This is nothing to worry about. This isn't. It's fine. He's fine.
Kevin looks up to you, and there is just this look of defeat and sadness across their face, and they can't stand to look at you for more than a few moments before they look back down and they just close their eyes tightly.
Bloody tears start running down Winnie's face. She's still trying to smile and keep up appearances. And she takes, she essentially downs the rest of her drink before throwing the glass at a wall as violently as possible. And looking at Joey as like, you knew how soft and vulnerable and small and dainty he was. How could you let him make that choice?
Joseph wasn't there for it.
He's not going to bring that up right now.
Mm-hmm. Kevin is going to make his way towards Winnie and say, I'm sorry, Miss Winnie. I told him not to do it. I told him that they could just leave and they could get the information and go, but he wouldn't listen, and I tried. I told him not to do it. I swear, I tried.
Winnie is going to hug Kevin's like, no, sweetie, none of this is your fault. Just tell me who all was there. I know Joseph was there because Joseph would never leave Nigel alone by himself in such a dangerous situation, but who else was there, sweetie?
He kind of looks over towards Winter and towards Evelyn, and he thinks of Marcus and Rowan and just kind of looks at his hands and goes, everyone didn't want him to go.
But Kevin, I wasn't there.
Kevin looks to you and says, I know, it's just, if you were there, I'm sure you wouldn't have told him to, you would have told him to stay behind too. You would have told him to just leave with us.
Absolutely. If anything, if I was there, I probably would have done the same thing he did.
Winnie gently pats Kevin on the head and takes a few steps back. And turns away from everyone, kind of like breathing heavy, like she's about to have a panic attack. And then she's going to take one of the bar stools and just throw it as hard as she can, just anywhere, indiscriminately, just out of rage. And is just crying and is like, no, this isn't happening! This isn't happening! Nigel's fine! He's fine! He's coming! And this isn't ever anyone's fault, but Marcus's. We didn't know Marcus. Marcus just showed up. If he hadn't showed up, then none of this would have happened, and then Nigel would have come to the spa with me, and we could have had our girl stay. Why did I leave him? And then she falls onto her crying sofa, and just hugs one of the throw pillows that's on there, and just sobs about how she left him alone because she Who was the person she accompanied? For that mission against the sheriff?
You went with Winter and Ollie.
That's right, it was Ollie. And she's just muttering, I should have stayed with Nigel. I should have known. I promised not to leave him alone. He promised not to leave me, and he's left me. He's left me. He's left us. And she just breaks down, sobbing uncontrollably. And just starts chucking whatever shit is in her hand.
All the ghouls stay back as they know not to interfere with Winnie's rage and despair. As things crash around all of you, it takes a few moments before Winnie's able to compose himself enough to not be throwing things unless anyone wants to do anything to stop her.
I'm not stopping
Joseph is familiar with her doing this sort of thing and just pulls her into a big old bear hug.
Winnie is going to cry into Joseph's chest until she has no more tears to cry and is just kind of staring emptily at nothing.
Kevin looks to everyone and says, maybe we should all get some rest. The sun's gonna come up soon.
Let's call it a night.
Yeah, I'll see you guys later. And Evelyn is gonna head towards her van. Oh, before she leaves, though, she leaves Winnie with Alexander.
Winnie, you see Alexander fly up and land near you and Joseph as they kind of do the little bird tippy taps and they look up at you and they bow their head a bit and they go, Nigel? Where's Nigel?
Winnie gently holds her hands open for Alexander to perch.
And they do so.
And sniffles and goes, Nigel is... He's gone away for a while. So you'll stay with us until he comes back.
They ruffle their feathers a bit before they kind of shake their head and they say, one night, Nigel said, stay with Evelyn.
Okay. Sounds good. It'll be nice to have you around for one night.
Kevin kind of looks towards Joseph and says, Nigel's horses, he said for you and Winnie to take care of them.
Don't know how to take care of a horse.
I do. I had to learn for a role back in Italy.
I mean,
Kevin
to be
nods
fair,
a
I'm
bit.
pretty sure his butler knows how to take care of horses.
Kevin nods a bit before saying, well, yeah, but someone's got to ride the carriage. Evelyn. What's up, Joseph?
I'll take the carriage back to his place and come back before sunup.
We could just leave them here for the night.
Or that.
No point in risking getting hit by the sun. Actually, I could take them and follow Evelyn back. I can stand the sun a little bit more than all of you.
Let's just leave it for tomorrow. I wasn't planning on driving anymore tonight anyway.
He nods. They look. Winter, what are you doing at this moment?
Kind of just looking awkward and hugging herself around the waist.
Gabriel walks over and places an arm around your shoulder. Miss Booker, is it alright if I stay the night with Winter to keep her company?
You can do whatever you like. And Whitney's gonna get up and go to the bar and pour herself another drink. You kids go to bed. I'm going to stay up a little longer.
Keith walks over and gives you a hug before he heads on out. And Kevin's going to go home.
I'm going to my van to sleep.
Evelyn, you go to your van, and one of your doors is open.
Damn it, Joseph. At least close the door if you're gonna fucking... She's like grumbling to herself as she walks over.
Inside, you see Kurt kind of sitting down and waves and signs. Is Miss Winnie done throwing things?
What? Surprisingly, she didn't throw much.
See, they look a bit worried as they wonder. Well, not wonder, but I guess they would. They haven't known Winnie long as they nod and say, sounds like she took it well.
Yeah. I think she only throws things when she's mad. This was more of, sadness and anguish. She cried a lot of tears.
They nod. And signs it sucks to lose a friend.
It does, but we're gonna get him back. Eventually.
They nod. As Evelyn, your phone begins to ring a little.
What could that be?
You look and you see you get a text from Marcus. And it
I was wondering
reads...
where he went. She's just talking to herself.
It reads... Dear Evelyn, there has been a breakthrough with the blood samples we have acquired from the ghoul kindred person that you had found, and a breakthrough on some of the blood samples that I have gotten from Kurt. I am working with Dr. Mortain at the moment to find out more results, and then I will get back to you as soon as I can. Signed, Dr. What is Marcus's last name? Keep forgetting his last name. Signed, Dr. Watson.
So professional sounding. Okay,
tilts
I'll
his
tell
head.
the others about that in the morning. Marcus just saying he's going to be stuck at a lab for a while. They made a breakthrough on the blood samples, apparently.
Kurt nods. And Kurt has made the bed up and has just plops on it like, yep, I'm here tonight.
Well, I was gonna ask if you were just gonna go back inside, but I guess that answers that question.
They shake their head and they just freaking get comfortable like, nope, this is where I am tonight.
Okay, fine. I don't want to be alone today anyway. And she, pops in and closes the door. Curls up next to him. Time for bed.
Kurt nods and Kurt is going to go to sleep as well. As Winter, you go up to your room with Gabriel. Is there any conversation you want to have?
She sits cross-legged on her bed after taking off her boots and just is playing with the cuff of her pant leg. She looks up at him and she goes, I feel like if I hadn't taken that job for Rowan, I could have at least maybe helped prevent something like this happening.
Gabriel sits on the bed next to you as he contemplates what you say. And for a moment, it seems like he's a bit lost for words. And he places a hand on your shoulder as he says, I used to be with a group called the Sabbat. And the Sabbat were not the... I don't know if you know much about them.
Honestly, I really don't like... I don't really know a lot about vampire kind. I just really only concerned myself with the Bruja, and I lived in a very small bubble.
So, the Camarilla wishes for us to stay quiet and hushed up and the Dark Ages, essentially. No computers, no phones, stuff like that. While the Anarchs wish to move forward and make things more of a democracy. The Sabbat. The Sabbat believes that we should expose ourselves, make reckless decisions, have the mortals live in fear. And we kill indiscriminately, we blow things up, we harm whoever we see fit. I lost a friend when I was in the Sabbat, and no one cared. It hurt for a little bit, because when you join the Sabbat, you form a group, and you all blood bond. When our comrade died, they simply moved on and they found someone new. Gave them the same treatment as me, dragged them via a car through a long parking lot, and then changed them. And I felt like I could have done something to save my comrade that day when they were killed. And that kind of damage eats at you. If they truly faced an elder, like they say they did, then there was nothing that you could have done. No choices you could have made in order to stop this. You're still going to feel this way. The words that I say will feel hollow. But you'll learn to forgive yourself in time. We all do eventually. And he places a hand on your head as he sits next to you.
He takes his hands in her own and gives him a small smile and goes, they're not hollow. Because you're trying to offer me comfort, and you're offering me comfort from experience. And there's a wisdom in that. And I know we haven't been together very long, but I feel really connected to you. When I was changed, I was 19, I was angry at the world, I was so full of hatred. And I spent the next 40 years only knowing Nasher and a handful of others. I really only knew other Anarchs, other Bruja. I didn't have people like Winnie and Nigel and Evelyn and Joseph and the Thin Bloods. I didn't have people like that. It sounds silly to say, I was incredibly sheltered. Nasher always made sure I never wanted for anything. I was always taken care of. And the last time I experienced a loss this hard, and she squeezes his hand, was when my dad killed my little brother.
Well,
And I'm just... It's hard. Because I felt, a kinship with Nigel. I felt close to him.
He nods.
And I feel like I let him down, just like I let down my little brother.
Well, you have an opportunity that when Nigel, if he does come back, you can mend that kinship and make it grow stronger. Teach him how to punch something. He had a very, very weak wrist.
Yeah. I guess.
What are
I
you
just
going to
wish there
do?
was more I could do for Winnie.
Let her grieve, and then perhaps have a girls' night with her. Let her dress you up. You know she's been wanting
Honestly,
to do that.
at this point, I'd let her put me in pink and ruffles if it would put a smile on her face.
You see him like contemplating how that would even look on you. Well, let's agree for a bit.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? My little brother keeps coming in and out of my room. I have to keep, muting
Spirit.
and telling him to move.
Well, let's agree for a little bit. For now, do you know what you want to do with the information you got from the Nosferatu?
The hard part is the person is active during the day. I feel like that's intentional.
Well, Miss Winnie and Miss Booker and Joseph, they have a lot of ghouls, no? Yeah?
Yeah. Honestly, I was thinking of getting a ghoul myself. For reasons like this. If I had somebody loyal to me, and I wasn't having to use other people's loyal people, I could have sent someone out to go check this out, but I have to, again, rely on other people because I don't know shit about my own kind.
Well, in order to have a ghoul, one that you want loyal and not plotting to kill you, you're going to have to do something very important.
What's that?
Make a friend.
Shut up.
You have
She,
to make a friend with a
crawls into
mortal.
his lap.
He holds you. Perhaps they know someone that you might like.
Well, I mean, I used to have friends when I was alive. I mean, I had a lot of friends when I was alive. The fringe people, the outcasts, the other weirdos. But, I mean, I was pretty sociable when I was alive. I think if I hit up, a rave or something, I could make some friends.
He nods. So, we go on a rave date. Go check out if any local colleges have a party going on. Check out the raves around Albuquerque. If you want someone who is older and has more ability to drink, clubs are better than college. If you want one that's more in your age range, college is a good place to look.
If I want someone more in my age range, I have to start looking into retirement homes.
I meant presenting. You are not that old. You're only, what, 50?
59.
See, that's not retirement. Back where I come from, you don't even go near retirement homes. You stay with your family. Until you
Yeah.
eventually kick the bucket.
I mean, I think it'd be a good idea. I mean, I need to start becoming more independent from Nasher and figure out who I am. I've just been big, angry Winter for so long. Well, tiny, angry Winter, but you know what I mean. Just been...
Nice.
I need to figure out who I am that isn't somebody with a massive fucking chip on their shoulder.
Why are you putting chips on your shoulder?
It's a term of expression. It means somebody who has a lot of anger and is mad at the world for pretty solvable reasons and refuses to actually, like, address those reasons and fix their shit.
Well, we will get you more fiber so you can fix your shit. And we will work on them together. Unless you wish to do it alone.
No. I've been doing shit alone for a really long time. I think I need to start doing shit with other people.
A good start is Miss Winnie and Evelyn, no?
Yeah. She
And
looks up
Joseph.
at him, squints her eyes. Do you think I look good in pink?
Your magenta hair looked nice. So yes.
Yeah, well, magenta's not a real color. And it's not really pink.
You see, like, his mind just got exploded right there. Like, what? The fuck you mean magenta's not a real color?
Well, in the scheme of things, in the actual color values and the conical values of our eyes, magenta doesn't actually exist.
I think we have had one earth-shattering night.
Yeah.
For a
I'll
while.
save the other earth-shattering stuff for tomorrow.
He's gonna have such crazy dreams about magenta no longer being an actual color. As you and him get ready for bed. And you head off to sleep. With the plans of gathering up Winter's very first... Well, probably not your very first, but a ghoul. And thus...
No, it would be her very first ghoul. She's never had one before.
Oh yeah, you only had a herd.
Yeah, I have a herd.
Yeah. Okay. Winnie and Joseph, you two have been left alone in the bar. Is there any conversation you two wish to have?
Winnie is drinking glass after glass of wine. I mean, we're probably on to bottle number 2 at this point.
Also, Max, I have to step away for 10 minutes to help with dinner. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So unless Joseph's saying something when he's not.
Joseph is just sitting on still sitting at the foot of the couch, and just generally looking sorry for. Well, no. No, yeah, he is looking pretty sorry for himself. After a while, he eventually speaks up and says, I told Kurt to get together some explosives, and I called in whatever favors I still have. We might be able to get the bastard.
Winnie kind of peering over the rim of her glass. Again, she's at the bar at this point, so she's essentially just staring at the liquor bottles. And she mumbles into the cup, just, as long as I can be the one to rip that bastard's throat out.
There is one other problem. I needed some information on how to kill an elder. And there was a helpful Nosferatu who supplied that information in exchange for a secret.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how the director died.
Within the span of like a second and a half, Joseph, a wine glass goes whizzing past your face and breaks against the wall. And Winnie, one arm propped up, kind of holding herself up on the bar, is looking at you glaring, is like, you did what?
He knows that I did it. No one else was named.
What were you thinking? I know I'm the brains of the family, but fuck you, Joey.
Yes.
You told someone from the Camarilla? Fuck.
I kept your name out of it.
It doesn't matter. Most people that knew him knew that I was there that night. That I was comatose. I can't fucking do this. I can't do this right now. Please tell me he at least swore not to tell anyone else. I know swearing doesn't mean anything these days, but to Nosferatu it does.
I don't know.
Of course, the day I decide to treat myself, the day I decide to step away and let everyone do what they want, this is the day that everything goes to shit. Silly Winnie. I can't lose anyone else, Joey. Not Winter. Not you. Not my boys. For the first time in God knows how long, I'm scared.
Joseph comes over and hugs you and says, "We are not invincible, but we're strong. And we have each other, and that makes us stronger." And I told Kurt to get a lot of explosives.
Now look at who's being the hopeless optimistic.
It got me you back.
It did. It did.
We've faced the worst of the Cami bastards before. We can do this.
If you say so. I'm just tired, Joey. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of running. This was supposed to be our chance to be at peace again.
I know. I'm sorry.
Can't be helped. I'm gonna go to bed. And she tries to push herself up from the bar. And while leaning on it, starts to make her way over to the stairs.
Joseph scoops her up in a princess carry and carries her to her room.
Aww.
Like he used to when she was too tired when they were kids.
Ow! I love Joey.
You pick her up and you carry her to the room. The ghouls make sure that everything is cleaned up and the bar looks like nothing has happened. One of them's already working on plastering the wall back after you threw the chair at it, just ensuring that, it looks nice again.
Yeah. She'll give them all a bonus or something once she's sober.
Joseph talks to one of his ghouls, who's on security, and says something like, "We need a close eye kept on this place for the next couple of weeks. Get more guys if you have to."
They nod and they give you a salute as they head out, and you see them take out their phone and they start sending a message. And with that, everyone goes to sleep and they rest for the night. A lot of emotions, a lot of feelings rippling through everyone as the sun comes up and the day continues on while everyone is in a state of complete unlife. Soon, the night begins to come, and as the moon rises, everyone begins to stir awake. I will have everyone roll a d20. I believe Belo's still Garn at the moment, so we'll just have Winter go last by default. But I need everyone to roll a d20 to see who wakes up first. Makes sense. You were drinking a lot.
Yeah.
Alright, Evelyn. Alright, I
What's
see
my
you.
dice so... Why's my... Hold on. It's not... Go! There. I did it.
You just chuck it. So Evelyn's going to be going first. Evelyn, it's not so much of a you wake up and you stretch. It's more of a you were dead 1 minute and now you're alive. You wake up and you're in your van. There is a note left, and it looks like it's written in chicken scratch and you cannot read it, but it looks like someone tried their best attempt.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume this was written by Kurt.
Yep. He did his best.
Got it. Gotta teach Kurt how to write. Alright. I'm not gonna get up right away, but I will send a text to the group chat letting everyone know that Marcus will not be joining us before they hit a breakthrough with the, the blood sample or whatever. And I want to start, open up my laptop and start researching the area we found the lab in.
All right. A
And
blank.
I'm just gonna do some detective work for right now because I have to pee.
I need you to make a quick roll, and then I'll let you know what you find when you get back. Roll me wits and technology or investigation. Ooh. That is a crit. A messy
Messy
critical.
critical.
So, as you sit down and you begin to type on your laptop, there is a moment where it's slow at first. You start typing one letter at a time as your beast whispers into your ear how much you want to bet there's a lot of cool stuff in that area. Like, I know that you're worried about Nigel and everything, but instead of like looking too much into what's going on with Nigel, we should look into every single possible thing that might be happening down there. Because what if there's ghosts? What if there's demons? What if there's chupacabra? We have been looking for those things, and you realize that your fingers are typing faster and faster, and you're scrolling through more pages and opening more tabs than you know what you're doing in the moment, but you are gathering a ton of information at the moment and just absorbing it all. And I will get you the information once you come back from going pee. The next one to wake up.
I'm back, by the way.
Do me a favor and roll me a d20.
Ah!
The scream.
That's a 15!
Okay, we'll have you go next. Winter, you're
Okay.
waking up. You're waking up. You were dead, and you open your eyes and you are alive. Gabriel seems to be already awake, sitting up and reading on his phone.
I was dead?
Yeah, every
I'm
night.
alive?
Yeah, every morning you kind of just go into a dead state. You become a corpse.
Oh, love that.
You didn't
Spicy
have any
corpse.
dreams. You had no dreams, and you open your eyes, and Gabriel is currently scrolling on his phone and seems to be reading some stuff.
Hey, what you reading?
He shows you his phone, and it seems to be a Stephen King's book on his phone,
Oh, nice.
though the words are in
Did you ever,
Romanian.
did you ever see did you ever see the movie with Tim Curry?
He shakes his head. I do not often watch movies.
Yeah, we'll have to watch it. Well, apparently they made a new one. A new It movie that's, like way scarier.
He thinks for a moment and nods and goes, I know the kindred who was the inspiration for such a creature. Very fun guy.
Why am I not surprised that a vampire is the inspiration for a children eating space parasite?
He nods. Well, you see him kind of like go, as he says, they they were based off the story due to the fact that they lived in the sewers and they often scared children off. But they have a friend who is a changeling, and that was the inspiration for the shape shifting alien.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
As for the eating children thing, I think that was just the fight, the what is the word? The trend at the time.
Did you ever see that one Scooby Doo movie where it's got the three girl like rocker girls?
What does Scooby do?
It's a cartoon about a semi talking dog and his crime fighting friends.
So, like you and like Joseph and all of you.
Yeah, I guess Joseph could be our Scooby-Doo.
You hear a noise from outside,
Joseph's
from
like,
muffled
I haven't
through
even I fucking catch a strays, brother.
muffled through the door or through the wall that you share with Joseph's room. You just hear or him sleepily say, "I'm not a dog. I'm a wolf."
Dogs are domesticated wolves, she shouts through the wall. And I could have said you were Scrappy Doo. Take the compliment.
Huh?
Hmm. Well then. I have never seen the show that you speak of, but if it is anything like this group, it is complicated.
Yeah, so, she pulls out her phone, or from the bedside table, and she types in, Scooby-Doo, Hex Girls, and shows him the main girl, the dark-haired one that wears the black and the red.
Hmm.
Thorn.
So, yeah, I kind of base my entire personality around these girls.
Hmm. I see. Well, perhaps we should find a new inspiration for your personality. Yes?
Yeah, I think that'd be great. I'm fucking hungry. Oh, Gabe, I gotta ask. You know more about vampires than I do. Do vampires just develop the ability to eat food sometimes?
Sometimes kindred, when they are, you see him thinking for a bit. Sometimes kindred, when they are around individuals who make them feel alive again. People who make them feel like they used to when they were still breathing and needing to consume food. That they can develop more close relations with humanity. And then sometimes they get benefits from it, sometimes they don't.
Okay, you were you were taking a shower yesterday, and
Hmm.
for some reason I was feeling like hungry, like I really wanted a snack, and that hasn't happened in decades. And when I went to go like eat something, like you had like some saltine crackers in your pantry for some reason, and I had one, and I didn't immediately feel the need to throw it up.
I keep saltine crackers in pantry just in case I feel like dipping something in a bowl of blood. The crunch
Yeah, I
is
can see how
nice.
that works. The crunch, the salt.
He nods. But it is possible. Perhaps you have developed food. It brings you no nourishment, and you still have to get it out of your body before bed. But you could develop it. Yes. You are hanging around these people. These people all eat, do they not?
Yeah, which is weird.
He shrugs a bit and goes, "For all we know, it could be another sign of the apocalypse. Inbloods
Yeah.
popping up, and then Kinsred getting more closer to humanity and being able to do things that they did when they were alive. It could all be a sign of the apocalypse. Everything coming to an end."
Honestly, wouldn't be surprised.
With the state that the U.S. is going, wouldn't be surprised either. Anyway,
Yeah, honestly, I just want to like move to Europe at this point, but
Romania
not
is
like
nice.
Well, I was gonna say Romania. I've got family there. Like really extended, like family. Like family I don't really know. But my mom was Romanian. My dad was from Spain.
He nods. So you are part Hispanic.
Yeah. Yeah, European Spanish. I don't know if that makes a difference, but
He nods. I see. Well, we should probably get up, and perhaps Miss Winnie knows a good drive area in order for you to find the ghoul.
yeah, let's get up and go be sociable. Sorry, I had a cough coming.
You get up to and you stretch and you start heading out. You start getting ready for the day. Real quick, Evelyn, the information that you get about the area around is that it is a predominantly um, a forest area close to where like a park would be, and you know that the land was bought by. Where is his name? Because I know he's in here. Oh no, that's the DM notes. I need the table notes. It shows that the land was bought by someone of the name of Ethan Hayes. It's the same name that you saw on the card that you found with no, Ethan Hayes was the other dude. My bad. Da, 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 da. Where's his name? Should have been in the historical area. Oh no, it is Ethan Hayes. My bad. I'm fucking blanking on shit. I think it was Ethan Hayes. I'll have to look back. So you find that it was. I really need to organize these notes better. I need to ask Teddy for that one thing. Teddy, send me the name of that place that you do for your notes. Because my notes are all messy. Anyway, you get the information. You find that it was a large piece of property bought by the same person whose name was on the business card that was dropped in the alleyway. He has owned it for about 30 years now. And though people say that they swear there was construction nearby, no one has ever been able to prove that construction really went down. It seemed like anyone who might have seen it has forgotten about it, which is why it leads to be a rumor in Albuquerque of a haunted forest due to people wandering in and walking out with no memories. People blame it on ghosts, ghouls, goblins. Oddly enough, no one ever says vampires. Some say that it's like walking into a fey realm and you come back, you don't remember what happened. In the daytime, it seems perfectly peaceful and normal, but at night is when things go really weird. And it leads to a lot of like paranormal videos of being like going to the woods. I can't find the name of the area that you were in. It was in the Albuquerque stuff. But essentially a lot of like teenagers and such being like, well, we're paranormal investigators, let's go in there. And then the films would be tarnished or trashed or just look like they're walking through a forest. And then a slight sound happens. Very fake looking, essentially.
Okay. Did I learn any interesting facts through the fact that I got sidetracked? Sort of just absorbing random information.
The random information that you find due to that is you took a look at some of the films And though they're saying, nope, nothing here, or it's like messy videos, you see something glitch for just a moment in some of the videos. And you pull it onto your software and you start slowing the image down. And you get almost like an in between frame where you see what appears to be. I gotta look at an image of them, or otherwise I'm not gonna know what they look like, how to describe them.
Got it.
What appears to be a dog-like creature, spines coming out of its back, and glowing, burning red eyes. And you try to clear it up, and with your messy critical, your beast essentially takes over for a moment and ensures that you get a pretty decently clear photo. And it is honestly quite ugly, as the image that you see looks relatively close to this, with spines
Yes.
pulling out of its back.
Fucking chupacabras, I knew it.
Your beast is salivating at the idea of another crazy adventure out in those woods.
I'm going to save the photo of the chupacabra for my side adventure, and then take the rest of the information and put it into the file for all the bullshit.
The bullshit file. Yep.
Yeah, just got one file labeled Chupacabra Side Adventures, and then the other one is all the bullshit. For everything related to this goddamn thin blood business.
Yep. As you stretch a bit, perfectly happy with the information you gathered, Joseph, you are beginning to stir and wake up. You had
After
a dream.
mumbling something about how I'm not a dog.
You had a dream where you were standing and people were pointing at you and saying, "Dog, puppy, puppy, here, boy, it's okay, boy," and you just wake up basically going, "I'm not a dog." You're just in your room.
So after showering and putting on clothes and whatnot, I go and I check on Winnie.
All right. You go and you knock on the door. Winnie, what are you doing at this moment?
Staring at the wall, still in bed.
Curlers in your hair.
Oh, she didn't even put curlers in.
No, you woke up early to put curlers in so you can look even more disheveled and such. Mm-hmm.
No, she just she would if it was any other situation to be dramatic about, but no, she's just laying on her bed, reminiscent of after she was turned in with the director. She would hear the knock and go, I'm still sleeping.
Joey, how do you respond?
I'll make pancakes.
I'm not hungry, but
Not
make
even
sure.
for pancakes?
Surprisingly, no. Just give my portion to Winter and her male friend.
Uh, hmm. Uh, knowing Winnie as well as he does, would Joseph know that she does actually for real want to be left alone, or would he know that she needs his support right now?
Her tone says leave her alone. Like, she's not feeling anyone's company.
All right, then he goes downstairs to the bar.
All right. You go downstairs, and the bar is not set up as the ghouls and such are expecting this to be. The ghouls are expecting you to, not really be in the mood for something like this to go and be like, okay, cool, we're gonna open up the bar, we're going to host a lot of people, so on and so forth. They seem to be taking the night to just ensure that the bar is all tidied, and if you and Miss Winnie need anything at all, then you have complete and utter service at the drop of a hat.
Have any of the Thin Bloods come in yet?
You can see Kurt. Over at the bar, and they seem to be essentially fiddling with pieces of paper or doing origami while they're sitting and waiting for everyone to come through.
I sit next to him and I ask, how's our plan so far?
See Kurt think for a moment, and they sign, I should be getting a... You see him thinking, how should he answer this one with, the words he knows as he thinks, and goes, box of stuff that I need. Lots of boxes, many boxes.
All right. I'm calling in a favor from an old friend, so hopefully that should be able to help, but who knows when we're going to hear back about that. For now, we'll keep our cards close to the chest.
He nods. As you see him, think for a moment, he picks up the paper and puts it towards his chest, keep them close to the chest, yeah.
Joseph reaches over and ruffles his hair.
He smiles and signs, how's Miss Winnie?
There's your answer.
They
Sorry,
tilt their
did my sigh pick up on the microphone?
No, you essentially just went, there's your answer, and he's like, oh.
No, I tried to sigh really loudly.
He nods a bit and signs, losing someone sucks. Give her time. And ice cream. Nods like, yeah.
Yeah.
I hear girls like ice cream.
Through the
Those-
grapevine.
I mean, everyone likes ice cream.
Kurt shakes their head and says, surprisingly not. Kevin doesn't like ice cream.
Oh.
Says he doesn't trust...
Yeah, that checks out.
He doesn't trust it. It's cold, but then you can fry it and it's still cold. He doesn't trust it.
You know what? That's a good reason not to trust something.
You head back into the kitchen. You start making pancakes for the group.
Yep.
All right. Everyone begins to convene into the bar after a bit, and you all can smell the fresh pancakes just wafting through the air.
I go hand the note back to Kurt and just like, I apologize, but I could not read this.
Kurt looks at it, and you can see them like they look at it, and you can see them like trying to read their own notes as they're sheepishly just nodding like. They're like,
It's okay. We'll teach you to rage one day.
It's like, I can't read it. I can't spell it. I tried. They nod a bit and as they point over at the kitchen and they sign, Joseph's cooking. Pancakes.
Sorry, I was chewing on a chip.
He signs Joseph's cooking pancakes.
Ooh, I hope he's got chocolate chip.
Knowing Joseph, he has everything.
Everything? An everything pancake? We got everything bagel?
They stop and they think, maybe if you ask for an everything pancake.
No, this requires experimentation. I'm gonna have to borrow his kitchen later.
They nod. You see Winter and Gabriel coming downstairs.
I wave at them.
You wait.
Did you get good sleeps? Or any sleeps?
Well, I think I slept.
I slept like
Woke
the
up. Har
Slept like the
har.
dead. Oh,
Do you not sleep like the dead?
Nope, I am restless.
Quite impressive feat for a kindred.
Yep, brain doesn't shut off.
Perhaps get a kindred doctor to look at that.
Nah, it's fine. That's terminal.
This psychic I used to know when I was alive used to tell me that when you were restless and sleep, it was because you had too many ghosts in your closet. And they were keeping you awake.
He looks at you.
Kurt, were there any ghosts in my van?
Gabriel looks at you, Winter, then looks at Evelyn, and you can see he's questioning, where does Evelyn hide a closet in her van? As Kurt looks at you and thinks and shrugs and signs, I don't believe in ghosts.
Oh,
That's okay.
buddy, do I have a story for you?
You don't have to believe in ghosts. The same reason you don't have to believe in spirits or God or the devil or magic or anything that or vampires. I mean, if it doesn't matter if you don't believe in it. It believes in you. Therefore, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't actually exist. There's people who think vampires don't exist.
He signs like Santa.
Santa's definitely real.
They nod.
Yeah.
They nod.
Super real.
They nod and they go, we see him every year. Kevin tries to catch him every year and always fails.
Joseph leans out of the kitchen and goes, Santa is definitely real. And if any of you tell Winnie otherwise, I'll kill you.
Nobody brought up Winnie. It's fine.
I'm just like lean over to Winter and go, I'm gonna tell Winnie Santa's fake.
Look, girl, you want to invite that evil into your house? You go right ahead. But I'm not testing that man's patience today. She pats Evelyn on the arm.
See, Kurt is just like, they are smiling so wide as they go, Halloween's coming up. Very spooky. Tend to stay inside. But.
Oh. When is Halloween coming up?
They blink as you see them like stare off into space. They look at their fingers and you see them like trying to count. And they're struggling to count.
She looks at Evelyn. Do you happen to know what month it is? I don't fucking keep track of this stuff anymore. Time is nothing. Time doesn't exist. It's a social construct made up by the government.
It is October 13th.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
I'm gonna
man.
be 60. I'm gonna be 60 in 17 days.
Hey,
Alright.
Grandma. But no, that fucking party's coming up. I don't have a dress.
She shoves you.
You see,
Like, fuck, I gotta go
Gabriel
shopping.
Perhaps that's how you get Miss Booker out of her room. Didn't I,
You're right.
didn't Miss O'Malley, didn't they own a dress shop?
Yes. You are so smart. I would kiss you if you weren't taken already.
Here, I'll do it. And she kisses Gabe.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna go look for Winnie.
You make your way upstairs and you get to Winnie's room. You can tell it's Winnie's room. The door is very decorated.
Winnie, I need a dress. I need your expertise.
I'm sure Winter has plenty of fashion expertise you can use instead.
No. This is a very formal event. I need your expertise.
I can't go.
Why not? You love shopping.
Everything reminds me of him.
Let me rephrase. I don't want to go. Evelyn. You all have fun.
Can't
Go
stay
without
in
me.
your room.
There's silence. And then you hear little pitter patters to the door. And when he wrenches the door open, is like, Evelyn, I don't think you understand how much rage I'm holding back right now, even just looking at you. I just found out my best friend practically died last night. It would be nice if some people would let me properly grieve. And then she closes the door in her
That,
face
though.
and goes back to the bed.
Okay, fine, but you have to give me Alexander back because he said to help me pick out a dress.
He's at the
I
bar.
have to go to Nigel's house.
Alexander's not in her room.
You didn't keep him with you?
She didn't keep him in her room. She let him just roam wherever after saying goodnight.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm gonna go get the bird, and I'm gonna go get the winter. Just, we're going.
You go downstairs and you see
Go
everyone chatting. There is one. Joseph walks out with stacks and stacks and stacks of pancakes and any other breakfast items that Joseph would bring out. I don't know what all Joseph makes.
Joseph, have you ever made an everything pancake?
Yes.
Okay, can you make me an everything pancake?
Nope.
Damn.
Kurt signs. You should have asked while he was cooking.
Yeah.
No, but I got excited about the dress.
Joseph, one of your ghouls walks up to you and they say, there's someone outside that wishes to speak with you and Miss Booker if you're available.
I go outside to see who it is.
Standing at the door, kind of like rocking on their heels, is a semi-short female by the name of Kathy. Blonde with pink streaks in her hair and wearing white pants and a big pink hoodie. As she looks over and smiles, white fluffy boots on, white fluffy like Uggs on her feet. As she smiles and says, "Good morning. I was told by Miss O'Malley to come by and check on the Anarchs."
You.
We're not doing so hot. How are you?
Well, I'm doing. I'm probably doing better than all of you. Condolences on the disappearance of your friend. Um, Miss O'Malley wanted to send you all a gift. She would have came in person, but apparently she has to go somewhere, some like old lady's house and deal with like desert stuff. But she told me to bring you this, and she holds out a box that's wrapped in glittery pink ribbon. I wrapped it myself.
Okay. What is it?
It is a condolence gift for you and your friends.
Is it a bomb?
You see, she looks at it and goes, I don't think so. I don't think you get that as a condolence gift for people.
I think if Rowan wanted to kill us, she'd come and do it with her bare hands.
Good morning, Winter.
Um,
You're looking.
Morning,
she looks at the
Kathy.
outfit. You're looking dark tonight.
And you're looking insufferably pink today.
Thank you. I try.
Did you today, though? She shoves a pancake in her mouth.
In her own
I'll
mouth
leave
or
the
in
two of
Kathy's?
you to it.
In her own mouth. Sorry. In her own mouth. Mean mugging her with a pancake in her mouth.
Joseph, do you take the box?
I take it and I give it a little shake.
You give it a little shake, and it sounds like there is some items in there. It seems like it's not like super loose, but there is some room that you do hear shuffling around in it when you shake it.
Well, it didn't explode, so I
If
take
it-
it inside.
If it was a bomb made by a Tremere, it wouldn't explode if you shook it. But I'm pretty sure it's not a bomb.
I take it inside and I say, "I'll leave you two to get familiar."
Oh, I'm super familiar with Winter, and she looks at Winter and just smiles. How's the dress? Did it work
Fine.
wonders with your boyfriend?
If you still hear her, obviously. She's literally like hunched over the bar like a gremlin, like shoulders up, chin kind of out, just kind of like scowling at Kathy.
Kathy awkwardly walks into the bar and just kind of like looks around a bit and goes, well, this place seems neater than I thought it was going to be. From what I understand, Miss Booker is quite dramatic. Passionate. That's a great word. When they're upset, as most toreadors are, I was very concerned I was going to walk into the bar being covered in broken glass. But that means she must have taken it, well.
I mean, she took it as well as someone who just lost one of their very close friends to a weird magic Malkavian mirror, and an elder vampire could take it. Which is to say, she didn't take it well at all, but she did restrain herself from causing massive property damage.
Yes, Miss O'Malley was, like, really upset, too. She was very distraught and didn't seem like she had much, ability to speak on the matter. She told me that, she would have a package delivered to the new shop and for me to bring it over to the Anarchs. And, yeah, I made sure that it was wrapped and made sure that it was cute. I hear Miss Winnie likes pretty things, so. Evelyn, it's good to see you again. How are you?
Hi. Is your shop open?
Yes, we are nice and open for business, though we have moved due to compromising issues. Here, let me get you the information. She takes out she reaches into her very pink strawberry milk bag and pulls out a sakura shaped notepad, clicks a cherry pen and starts writing it down. Here you are, the
Oh,
new
that's
location.
cute.
Thank you. I try to accessorize with my outfit. She holds the piece of paper out.
I take it and stick it in my pocket. Okay. I will be visiting eventually because I need a dress for a ball.
Yes, I heard about that. Have you all decided on who you're going to take for a date?
I'm going with Eric.
I'm not sure I know who that is, but hey, at least you have a wonderful date. She looks at Winter. I'm assuming you're going with. She motions towards Gabriel.
No, I'm taking a raccoon in a top hat. Yes, I'm taking Gabriel.
You saw Gabriel stop. He doesn't eat, but you see he was drinking. The moment you said I'm taking raccoon, you saw he stopped. He was looking like what? And then when you're like, no, I'm going.
What?
Gabriel's like, oh. He's like, what? Since when?
What? But I got an outfit.
When did you meet a raccoon?
Like, where the fuck did you
What,
meet a raccoon?
specifically
Did
a raccoon
Nigel?
in a top hat.
He's like, did Nigel introduce you to him? God damn it, Nigel.
I'm sorry, I can't be him.
Sorry, I can't be a raccoon. And
In a top hat.
Kathy. Kathy looks to Joseph.
Joseph just shrugs.
You don't know if you have a date for this wonderful ball?
Wasn't planning on anything.
Yeah, Joseph has a date. It's the bottle of
That's
Glenlivet in his
Alexander.
bedroom. Huh.
I don't like scotch, Winter.
I don't know this about you. Besides, Glenlivet's the only fancy thing I can think of.
It's okay. He'll take Alexander. We'll get
That or a
Alexander
can
the
of
top
Four
hat.
Loko, Joseph. Pick your battles.
Mm.
Well, that is a bit sad to hear that you're not bringing an actual date, but you'll find someone. Maybe you'll find someone at the ball. That'd be super.
Not sad, Kathy. People can go to balls without a date.
Yes, they can, but it's still a bit sad to me, the idea of having a wonderful night and not having someone, even if it's platonic, mind you, to just share it with and have fun. Though I guess going solitude, if that's your thing, she kind of motions towards Joseph's whole being. The brooding thing is, I guess it can be appealing to some people. So who knows? Maybe he'll meet someone at the ball. I hear Lucas Belmont is always looking for people to hang around with.
Going as a group, Kathy. Joseph's not going alone.
She looks a bit confused because you all said, you had dates, so she figured it was separation. She figured you were going as a group. But, you have dates, so it's all separate still. And, Miss Winnie?
Probably not going.
Winnie is
Well,
going to
we'll-
come
we'll
down
see.
at all that. Winnie's going to come down at all the racket, because everyone was supposed to have left by now, so she could grieve in peace. And by that I mean drown her sorrows in a bottle of wine alone. She comes down the stairs in her fancy robe, kind of rubbing her temples, and is like, "I thought you all were leaving, going dress shopping. That was the plan. Why is there a child in my bar?"
Road.
You see
The
Kathy
last
kind of
time you
blink at
assumed
this.
someone was a child. Winnie, it was me. Kathy's not a child. She's annoying, but she's not a child.
Kathy
Darling,
offers a
if you
smile. She offers a smile to you and says, "Hi, Miss Winnie. Miss Booker." Sorry, she doesn't say Miss Winnie to your face. "Hi, Miss Booker. Sorry, I came by because Miss O'Malley wanted me to drop off a condolences gift for your missing friend. I thought I would say hi to Winter and Evelyn since, I know them. But if you wish for me to leave, I can go ahead and make myself scarce."
No, it's all right. It can't be helped. Welcome. Um, we're normally open, but
Well, you need time to grieve, honey. Then that's perfectly fine. Don't even bother about opening.
right. So this condolence gift, and is Joseph still holding it?
Yeah.
It is the frilliest,
What?
pinkest, big white bow on top, glitter all over the place kind of thing. Not the kind of glitter that falls off, but it's
When
just
he
very sparkly.
Yeah, when he takes it off of his hands, knowing that his skin is probably crawling holding it, it's like, well, this is certainly a nice wrap job. And she opens the gift.
Um, Inside of there is many of things, such as some potions and stuff that might help with any, like, essentially if you have a cleansing ritual. There's like crystals in there, there's candles, there's incense. It's very like to help breathe through, relax, calm down. There's some bath salts, so on and so forth, and a note in there that's gives you like a bit of it's a bit of information that Rowan knew on Nigel about him knowing a Zamish that perhaps you should get in contact with. She doesn't know if y'all know who this is, but she knows that Nigel apparently knew her quite well. And if there's a way for you to get in contact with her, let her know what happened to Nigel, then, she hopes that your conversation with them goes really well. The Tremere and the Zamish have a very bad history with each other. So she doesn't want to be the one who goes over and be like, "Hey, your friend's gone." Like that, she feels like that would be more of a close friend to close friend thing. She's sorry, and she is looking into the mirror as you speak, as she speaks, trying to figure out what she can figure out about whether or not the mirror is a one-way door, if it can be went through multiple, through a different mirror, so on and so forth. She's doing what she can to look into the mirror of what they believe is the first Malkavian.
Interesting. Neat. Winnie is going to hand the gift back to Joseph and sigh and just go, "Look, this is a very nice gift. I just, I'm not exactly in the mood to deal with all this."
She nods. She nods. Joseph, how do you respond? I believe you said you were handing it back to him.
Yeah.
I look over the note and kind of give a nod. I'll see if I tell Miss O'Malley. I'll see if I can get in touch with the Mish.
She nods. I'll let her know that. Is there anything that we can do for your group that might help a little more with the grieving process? Rowan feels a bit responsible for the loss of Nigel.
Winnie has no idea who feels guilty. I mean, she knows Kevin feels guilty, but she's not gonna say that.
She looks at everyone
No,
else.
not that I'm aware.
Joseph,
We're-
Winter, Evelyn.
Sorry, can you repeat the question? My little brother came into my room.
Is there anything Miss O'Malley can do to help with the grieving process of your lost friend?
I don't know. Aid us in our investigation in any way, shape, or possible to make this quick and easy so we can get back to focusing on how we're going to get Nigel back.
She nods as she takes a note. She looks at Joseph.
We're doing our best to deal with this in our own way. We'll let we'll let her know if we could use some help.
She looks at Evelyn.
Yeah, if I think of something, I'll be sure to ask.
She nods. Well, I will see at least you, Evelyn, later at the shop. And I don't, she looks over at Winnie. I don't feel so harsh about you calling me a child or anything. I am, from, looks and perspective and such, I'm only 18, so. Practically a child. So.
Thank you for understanding.
Yes,
I didn't mean it as an insult.
No, I take it as a compliment. I look very young for my age. And she smiles.
That you do.
I am, though, jealous about your ability to be, well, as old as you are and still look super flawless.
Thank you.
I hope you all have a peaceful day. Bye. And she starts walking out. She stops and looks at Winter a
Bye,
little bit
Kathy.
long. She stops and looks at Winter a little bit longer, like looking up and down at her outfit like, she could use pink, and starts walking away.
Don't imagine me in pink, Kathy. I know that look. Get out.
She closes the door, gets in her very pink punch buggy, and drives away.
Shoves a pancake into her own mouth. Woman's a menace, she says with her mouth full.
Very pink menace.
Kurt signs. So, what's the plan for today?
Oh, I've got a bunch of stuff I have to do. I don't know what the others are gonna do, though.
My plan for the day is to support Winnie in anything and everything she needs to help make her grieving process as smooth as possible so she can be left alone and just let herself feel her pain. That's my plan for the day.
I'm fine. I'm
Let's have
fine. You
fun with
kids go
that.
have fun.
I can't have fun when you're like this, Winnie.
Oh, don't pity me. I've been through worse.
I don't. I don't pity you. I empathize. I know what it's like to lose somebody you're really close to that you should have been there to protect. Or felt like you should have been there to protect. I get it. So I can't go off and dig around and have fun knowing that you're hurting. Because I don't want you to feel alone. You know, even if we're not in the same room, I just want you to know I'm here for anything you need me for.
That's very sweet of you, Winter dear. Thank you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going back to bed.
And Miss Winnie goes upstairs and takes her place in her big, comfy bed. Kurt looks over at Joseph. What's your plan? They sign.
Well, I don't know. No, I do know. What information did we get on the Thin Bloods for Nigel's little trade?
What do you mean?
We received information in return for Nigel looking at the mirror, didn't we?
No, we got to keep our lives in return for Nigel going into the mirror.
Oh.
You do have records for this for the asylum that a ghost had given to Rowan, and then you scooped up.
I haven't had a chance to look at those yet.
Gabriel kind of pipes up and says, "Joseph, you're of the he motions around club variety. Do you know any rave parties that happen nearby?"
I am? I'm more of a... I mean... I can try to think of something, but I'm more of a corner bar guy.
You do
Can
not
I,
go out to
like...
party.
Well, I do, but most of my parties happen in parking lots with people with motorcycles that usually end in getting drunk and having a fist fight.
See, he nods a bit. Go ahead if you want to roll to see if you know any bars, any like raves and such outside of your own. Go ahead and roll. Is there something else you wanted to look up?
No, I was gonna ask what should I roll.
Wits and awareness.
Awareness. Wits. By our powers combined.
You don't have any politics, so I'm not gonna try to make you roll that. Hey! That's a crit!
I crit on this? It couldn't have been something useful?
So many messy criticals, guys. As you close your eyes and you begin to think, your beast, you're blinking on them for a bit until you feel your beast kind of like perk up next to your ear and just goes, "Oh, you know a place. You know a place very well. You know the Effet nightclub. It's full. It's too high energy. It's so loud. It's so loud. We hated going there. When Miss Winnie asked us to go there to scope out the area, it was horrible. It was loud, and there was people pushing. It wasn't calm like here. And then there's that sister bar. The sister bar. it's got stage music, but all of the music sucks. They don't have any good music. It's all like bardic and hipster and mainstream. It's all horrible. It's horrible. It's absolutely disgusting. Never go there again. Never go there again. The library, bar and grill. That's good. Good food. Quiet people. Good for young ghouls and kindreds that hang around there. Very good place. Very good place. Very calm. You're just like listening to your inner beast complain about how loud most of the places are.
So after a moment of just kind of spacing out, listening to my beast, I just relate what was the first place?
The first place that you know is the Effet Bar. Effet Bar? I think that's what it's called. Matt's gonna kill me because he's gonna be like, that's not how it's pronounced. But FX Bar. I keep saying Effet because of something else that I was playing. The FX.
I relate about that one, and I'm like, I hated it. You guys should totally go there.
Gabriel nods and looks at Winter.
Okay. Yeah.
Gabriel thinks for a moment and goes, Evelyn, would you like to come with us to the ethics? Winter needs to make mortal friends. She wishes to get a ghoul.
Oh, a ghoul. That's interesting. I never thought to have one of those. No, I have a bunch of research I need to get done.
He nods. And he looks
Maybe
at Joseph.
next time, though.
I should I should really go hunting, is what I should do. My beast is starting to act up.
He nods.
Yeah.
Winter looks suddenly very, very depressed. I guess we could ask Kathy.
Kathy,
okay, I'll go
Why
with
don't
you.
Take Keith with you. Is he not the sociable type of the trio?
Gabriel looks to Winter.
Too many guys. Scare off all the girls.
Just what, 2 guys, 1 girl? And they're both attractive guys. You're going to attract the girls.
I'm going to be seen as competition to the girls.
No.
They're not going to want to hang out with me.
You're already
They're gonna
this pretty face, so you help
Evelyn,
them, in
not
quotations,
listening.
get with the other pretty face.
They're not going to want to listen to me or hang out with me. They're going to want to make goo-goo eyes over my boyfriend and Keith. They would put me in a dumpster if it meant they got to hang out with these two alone.
Here,
Wow,
I'll go with you.
Thinking.
I'll go with you, and I'll scare them away from your boyfriend. How about that?
They're gonna think your boyfriend's gay. It's like I start gathering up my stuff and heading towards the door.
Bisexual, actually.
Well, there you go, then. Sorry, Gabriel, but you're not my type.
Don't worry.
Do you even have one?
You'll never know.
Yeah, clearly. God damn it.
Joseph, you need to go hunting. I'll ask Kathy. I'll give her a favor. I'll let her dress me up in pink. Because then she'll definitely want to go. Plus, she's way more sociable than Keith.
Can I break character for just a second here?
Mm-hmm.
Bilo, do you want Kathy to go with Winter, or
This is like a rivalry situation.
so you're
She's-
playing into you're setting up this situation?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
this is
cool.
a setup like Winter doesn't actually dislike Kathy. She's just like she's playing into the goth girl pink princess rivalry, trope. She's
Tale
just
as
like,
old as time.
fine. I'll ask Kathy. But, she's like, everybody else is busy and wants to do their other things. I'm not going to force people to go do this thing with me. I need to branch out.
Okay. All right, then, yeah, Joseph's gonna go hunting.
Mm-hmm. So, Evelyn, you're going to Nigel's house.
I gotta go finish the rest of his will, essentially.
Does Winnie want to go to Nigel's house, or is she going to stay at the bar?
She'll stay at the bar. Actually, no. What was the options again?
You can go to Nigel's house, you could go clubbing with Winter, or you can go hunting with Joseph.
She'll go to Nigel's.
All right, you go with Evelyn to Nigel's house. Kurt is gonna go with Joseph to go hunt. Obviously, he's got to learn somehow. Despite the fact that he can't turn into an animal, he's got to learn somehow. And Winter and Gabriel is going to head out. Winter, are you texting Kathy?
Yes.
All right, what is the text?
Literally, hey bitch, you busy? Going out to a rave. Gonna try and make friends. Get a ghoul. You game or nah?
There's a moment of pause as you're staring at the phone before you see a message pop, and another message pop, and another message pop. But she goes, "You're going to a rave. You're going to talk to people. You want a ghoul? I know some people. They're like the outcasts from where I normally hang out. The cafes and such. They always hang out in the back and they're smoking and stuff. So I always try to say hi, but they always just look at me as if I am super annoying. But obviously I am not. I'm super friendly, and so I can ask them to come meet up with you. Is there anything you want me to? Oh, I think I have a picture that I took of you that I could totally show them and kind of give a little description of who you are. It's going to be so much fun. Don't even worry. Which bar are we going to go to? What are you wearing?
It just
Let's match.
shows the line of text to Gabriel. Look at this. Look at this, scrolling all the way up and then scrolling all the way back down. Look at this.
There's still more messages popping in. What are you wearing? We should totally match. Are you gonna wear something dark? Or are you gonna go for something more light? Do you have anything that might match the aesthetic that I go for? Should I match your aesthetic? I think I have some black in my closet.
She sends a voice message because Kathy won't stop texting. She goes, I'm considering this a favor. I owe you, therefore, to immediately pay the debt, I will let you dress me, but it's gotta be goth. It could be pink goth, but it's gotta be goth. Also, I'm looking for a female ghoul. I don't want any weird romantic attachments. Because I've got Gabriel, so keep that in mind when you're showing my picture on. I'm not looking for a male ghoul. And then she sends it.
Moment of pause before it starts blowing up. Okay, meet me at this address as soon as you can. It's gonna be so much fun. This is my home address. We're gonna have so much fun. I'm gonna make sure that you look absolutely wonderful, and don't worry, I will find only the straightest of females.
And then she literally just goes KK as the reply. She goes, okay, Gabriel, we're going to Kathy's house.
You head with Gabriel to Kathy's. And let's see. Where are we in time-wise? We are at the 2-hour, 20-minute mark. So we're going to take a quick BRB before we come back to this. Wow. cat's muted. Alright, so we are back. Some people are going to have to leave quite early, but good news is next time we do session, we will have a guest that is not coming back in. We will be starting a little bit earlier next time in order to get a bit more roleplay and such done. And yeah, let's see. Things to look forward to in this coming week is Saturday. We are going to be hopefully finishing up the one shot turn 3 shot of the Candy Crawl, DM'd by Cece, where I get to play Vinny, and we'll have DK from Crits and Giggles, Ghost, and Mello from Mello the Fairy. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to play Vinny again. Sunday we will have the WTFs, and don't forget to check out Crits and Giggles, as Crits and Giggles is going to be having their Daggerheart game. We'll send you a notification in the Discord to let you know when they are live. Show them much love. Also, we will be doing the WTFs later that night, and then Monday we will begin a continuation. Sorry, it is hard to speak right now. A continuation with the Daggerheart game ran over at Teddy's channel. Again, we will send you a notification in the Discord to let you know when they are all set. Make sure that you do head over to them. They are the Umbral Teddy. Let's see if I can grab a shout out real quick, because they will be doing a Daggerheart where I get to play a different version of Vinny for a longer ran campaign, because oh my goodness, I absolutely love Vinny. Vinny is great. So make sure you check all of them out. Tuesday, I will be over at Mello the Fairy's channel doing a Yu-Gi-Oh inspired homebrew game. Let me do a shout out to Mello as well. Oh, I accidentally did a raid. Mello ain't even live and I'm about to freaking raid out to them. My bad. Shout out to Mello the Fairy, where I will be there on Tuesday. Oh, I can't do it for another minute. I will be there on Tuesday due to his Yu-Gi-Oh campaign, and then on Wednesday I am also guesting on his Yu-Gi-Oh campaign as Yenna. And then check out Crits and Giggles, because they should be doing their Thursday mini campaigns throughout the next month, if I remember correctly. And yeah, that is all at the moment. Please stay safe, please stay hydrated, and we will see you next time for whatever the hell is going down. Thank you for the follow. And we're going to go ahead and raid Arn out to Ferret Software. They are great. You don't even need to subscribe, because they run on ad revenue to ensure that all of the proceeds goes to taking care of some really adorable and really sweet ferrets. Go say hi to them, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.